Good morning. Happy July. I think we've done one in July. But anyway, I wanted to do a card today using the coffee. And I saw one, and I'll show you in a minute, a card that's similar to it. But it kind of got me thinking you can really use these coffee cups for any occasion. If you don't have the coffee cup, if you have the jar or a vase or a flag or banner or something like that, you can always just adjust it for the holiday or occasion that you're looking for. So I'm going to set that to the side, and I had stamped a number of the coffee cups just so we could have some to play with, and then I've even cut out a couple of them. I thought I had 3. Okay, so let's do Halloween first. All right, so what you're going to want is a piece of regular size piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5. And I know I put the foam folder over here, and now I don't see it. Well, I can use the block. Okay, and then you're going to have a piece of designer paper that's 4 by 5.25. Now, this one is from a few years ago. It was Stampin' Up! Paper, and it just says ghouls, costumes, pumpkins, parties, trick or treat, witches. It just had all of those little words on it. And I thought, well, that would make a great background. You can use any designer paper that you have, for a Halloween card, of course, any Halloween paper. If you don't have Halloween paper, you can always just stamp a background, kind of make your own designer paper. All right, and then I thought I would just sit this on here. You know what? This one I put a piece of ribbon on, and I might want to do that on this one too. But I have this banner here, and it had a lot of small images, so I thought maybe I would use that. I'm going to get, I had a Post-it note out. There they are. Yeah. Post-it note for masking. I'll show you what I'm going to mean. So I want to stamp maybe spider webs on like the cup part, not up on the lid, but here on the cup part. And I had already colored the lid gray. So I still think that might be cute. It's not too early to think about these holiday cards because it will be here before we know it. So I'm going to stamp a couple of those up here. And I also wanted to stamp a couple below. And this is kind of a curved image. That's why I split my Post-it note. There we go. Okay, cute. So now I've got the little spider webs there. And then maybe I would do the bat. I think he'll fit. Let's look, just barely. Put on there. Oh, that black's a little bit light. I'll have to go back in and color that in. But you get the idea. And then I wanted to take, remember we had some of that black ribbon that had the sparkly, shiny kind of glitter in it. Of course I don't. Oh, there it is. I thought this might be really pretty for that. Hope they do some kind of ribbon like this again this year. So I would, and only because my image is, I want to have it sit over here, and it's just not enough, I don't think, for the front of the card, and that's why I was going to put the ribbon around here. You can wrap it just around the DSP if you want. You can just cut it and adhere it down, but I went ahead and wrapped it around the inside of the card so that you'll see it when you open the card also. Okay, and then my scissors. Always try to use my ribbon scissors just because they stay sharp. There we go. Okay. And then I would pop that up on there. Look how cute. And we've just used the coffee cup and put the Halloween thing on there. So now let's do, I have this paper, get these out of the way, that I thought might make a really nice, either a fall card or a Thanksgiving card, whatever you want to use it for. And this one could go up and down, or it could go landscape, but I think I'm going to make this one up and down. I'm not going to put a ribbon around this one. You can, of course, use die cuts, or you can stamp, like we stamped on these two. But I have an acorn punch. And since the acorns are on the tree on this, I thought, boy, that would make a cute thing to put on the coffee cup. There we go. Okay, so I can either take one that is not cut out. I think I'm going to use the not cut out for this one. And this, I'm going to put the little acorn right over here. Okay, so let's trim this down a little bit. But first, I think I would like to put Happy Thanksgiving, or, oh, and this is the itty bitty greetings. I use this a lot when I'm looking for small sentiments. Right, so I think I will use this one. We had a Happy Thanksgiving in here. You know, some sets are just never going to get rid of. And other sets I use for a while, and then I let somebody else have them. No, that's Happy Fall, y'all. I was looking for the Happy Thanksgiving. Probably over here. Yep. That's it. I'll wash these or clean them all after we're done. I'm stamping first because it's going to be a little bit wider than the cup, and I don't want to, make it too small. There we go. And then I think I'm going to maybe color the cup in a little bit because I don't like just the stark white. It's an old trimmer, but it's small, so it's not, doesn't take up a lot of room, in my very, very limited space here. I like stamping on paper that's a little bit bigger than what I'm going to need, just so that I will have choices about what I want to put on there. So this one I was going to do this way. I'll put this on there. I'll probably also mat it. I think that might be pretty as well. Sometimes you start out with an idea and then you have to kind of add to it or take away from it. And I'm choosing colors just based on what the colors are in the designer paper. So that doesn't matter if you had designer paper that was more, orange and browns and greens, and you would surely use those. Okay. And I think I'm going to take it and color this in a little bit. So maybe the lid, and remember to color with like the side of the marker. If you color with the tip, then you'll wear it down and you won't be able to use it anymore. So you color with the side of the marker. It's usually preferable. Okay, and then we've got this kind of yellow in here. This is an old marker. Let's see. No, I don't like that. Get one of my other ones. How about? That's a little bit better. And I'm just going to color that in again because I've got the yellow in the paper. And I also may put that back where it goes. Stipple a little yellow on this one for sponge. I just don't want it to be quite so white. You know, when I think of falls, usually I think of the warmer. There we go. Okay. And then I'll leave the middle there. And I'll put the little acorn on there. Now this acorn is kind of bigger than, oh, that side's even textured a little bit. You know what? I'm going to use that side and put a little bit of a brown on it to kind of give it some texture. There we go. Actually using the copper clay, so it's less of a brown and more of a rusty brown, but that's all right. And I'll attach the top. Whoops, I attached it backwards. My little, there we go. My little top there was going the other way. Okay, and oh, look at that. I got fingerprint, but doesn't matter because I'm going to stick the acorn on there. And that acorn may be a little bit big, but that's okay. You get the idea. So that's that one. And then, of course, I have to do a holiday Christmas one. So I found this paper. Just got a little bit of the glue off the acorn on this, but I will make that the front because that's where I'll put this down. You remember this paper? I think it might have been year before last. Always end up with little kind of a few pieces left that I can use the next year. Okay. So now I was going to use a cutout one for this to stick it on the front. And I had some of the, you know, I've always got this greenery. So I thought I would use some of that. I might use this one. That looks like it matches pretty well with color. Okay, so I need maybe a marker. Cherry cobbler. It's going to be a little dark, but that's okay. I like to be able to see the lines in here. It looks like this marker is getting towards end of life. And that actually makes it a little bit lighter, so that's okay. All right, and then that green. I don't know if I'll use that or not, but I might have a little Christmas saying on here. There's a Happy Hanukkah. Nope. But we have Christmas wishes. We have Be Merry. I'll put that on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to take some of these. It's a little light. And put it behind. Oh, that's a little dark. I feel like Goldilocks. A little too light, a little too dark, and this one will be just right. Okay. But that might mess with using the holly. So that was quite the mess. All right, how about this one? Here we go. That'll be better because that's the same as the holly. So I was going to put a piece of that behind the cup. The whole idea is just to take, like I said, you could use a jar or a flag or something and decorate it so that it becomes your holiday, whatever holiday you're looking for. Do you want to color the lid on this, I think. There we go. I think I'll leave the middle. Now these are especially good if you wanted to give somebody a Starbucks or Dunkin' Donut gift card. But even without that, I think that it makes a cute card. And you could pop these up on dimensionals or whatever you want to do. And we're actually going to be doing this card as one of our choices with the upcoming card buffet, which will be on August 12th. There we go. Quick and easy card using the DSP that you have. I already had these cut out. You could, of course, cut out something else to put on there. You could stamp on here instead of adding the holly, whatever you wanted to do. So making the card, same card, but making it into a Thanksgiving or this one was Enjoy Your Retirement, could have been a birthday. This one's a Halloween, and of course a Thanksgiving. And just using your imagination and some great designer paper. So I hope maybe that you will have a great day, or hope definitely that you have a great day, but maybe that you'll try one of these cards. Thanks.